Jung jung, jung jung, jung jung, reep, jung jung. Jung 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 reem jung 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 boom jung 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 boom jung 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 chickadee 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 ching 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 screep. Wow, no lyrics in that one. Hey guys, pardon my gum chewing, but it's morning time. Hi, it's Hanker and Fernail. Whoa, there are two people in here. The pressure is suddenly building. Anyways, hi everybody. It's your old buddy Ingrid Bernal here, Hanker and Fernail, coming back at you again on Saturday morning. It's catching up with Runehammer time. I'm sitting here in front of the glorious mural at the front entrance of Runehammer. I'm chilling. My voice might be a little froggy, as it was a weird week, but I'm feeling hundo percent. Where am I supposed to look? Oh, it's like right here. Feeling hundo percent again. I'm back in saddle, back on the attack. Lightning bolts. Yeah. But I am working the shop solo again this weekend for reasons beyond my control. But it's kind of fun. Regardless, I have to open up pretty soon. But I thought I would jump on real quick because I've been neglecting the old YouTube. Straight up glecking. I don't want to gleck. Yeah. What's up? Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Happy Saturday to you. I hope it's a little less humid where you are because this shit is crazy. It's like I had to come in here. I got to turn on this unit. I got to here. Wait, actually, let me make it even. You hear that beep? That beep is how you know it's working. Anyways, I don't have a ton of time this morning, but before we jump into any Q&A that might need to be done, there's a couple new blogs that I put up this week. Feeling strong on some long overdue like wording, especially that Dodge Obsession blog. I've been working on that for so long. It may seem like my blog posts are like these kind of flippant, stream of consciousness blobs. It's not just a blog, it's a blog. But some of them actually take months because it just doesn't come off right. Text, as Gary Gygax once said, that it's but cold, dead words on the page. So sometimes just got to do it over and over again, but proud to get those two finally out into the wild. So go spend a few minutes and read those. I try to keep them brief. Tell me what you think. But it has been lunacy over here at Runehammer. We're definitely getting past that weird beginning of the year part where it's just like mega chill, quiet mode in the city because like the holidays are over and it's cold and miserable and rainy. Now it's beautiful out. People are feeling funky again. They want to get into some fun stuff, despite all the stupidity of our United States governmental situations. That is definitely an ongoing and ever worsening factor, but it is not dimming the bright light of the Runehammer community. So y'all great. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, so we're getting back into that active state. Our Wargaming Club is on Trench Crusade Battle 15 today, which is crazy. So we are quite fielded when it comes to Trench Crusade at this point. We're playing 700 to 1,000 point factions. We got our lists and our equipment like much more refined than when we started. I got to say, it's probably my favorite war game ever. I am not an authority to make a judgment on this call, but it's dope. It deserves all the accolades it's getting. Tuomas, Michael Franchina, the whole Trench Crusade team, you guys are killing it. We love your stuff, so keep on rocking it. Our Magic Club is getting some grip now. I haven't played Magic since like 2004 because I'm weird like that. Maybe 2007, but yeah, because I'm bad like that. I played back in like the monochrome kitchen days, right? But we have played 2 store sessions on Friday nights of Commander now. I love Commander. I see why everybody likes Commander. There's so much more when it's 4 people rather than just head to head. And the way that the game is written nowadays, I know some people maybe aren't the biggest fan of it. Isn't that true of everything though nowadays? I think it's brilliant. Coming in cold and just with a pre-constructed Commander deck, it's just great. Like the table reads the cards together. We figure it out together. And it's hilarious. I really like all the flavor and storytelling they're putting it into the decks nowadays. It's just outstanding job. So Magic the Gathering team, you guys are dope. I can't wait for the Final Fantasy stuff to come out. I mean, Final Fan. I'm really bummed that I missed the Warhammer 40K Magic Commander deck days. It's now like $700 to get one of those. That's unacceptable. Do reprints, Wizards. Please stop with the exclusivity. All right. So that's that part. We've got our Strahd group is going strong. Our old school Raider group is going strong. They play like AD&D and Morkborg, stuff like that. And then my Sparrows group, which is my kids groups, that's on Sunday mornings. They're on session 24 tomorrow. So like they're going strong. It's dope. The Octagon is usually filled with cool people doing crazy things all weekend. We're now opening up our second table, which is over here on my right. Anytime during store hours, you could come in and use the table in that whole space for free. So we're just going to open it up to the community because people have been poking at it, kind of like, ooh, what should we do with this? That's normally our wargaming table. But yeah, yo, it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's that time of year too, and you switch from spring to summer, and you can kind of, like the spring cleaning mindset. You can kind of like take stock a little bit, kind of what happens at the end of the year. And despite a lot of really frustrating things out in the world, mainly things being done by people we don't want to mention, despite all that, I think 25, we're going to, through sheer willpower and white knuckling what we want in life, we're going to make it a good year. So as for me, I've been getting back to the Mora. I'll be releasing a new big double page map that I've been working on in that one pretty soon. It relates to my Skull Seekers group, which is going to be playing session 64 this coming Thursday. They had their third character death in D&D 5.5 in, it would be 14 sessions. So 3 character deaths in 14 sessions to me does not speak to a game that is not deadly enough. So if you're hearing that on the internet, that somehow old school D&D is all that and a ball of wax, and new D&D is a turd and it's not deadly and it's all sparkle pony, you're being told generalizations that are not real. So we have found that 5.5 has been just as deadly, if not slightly more so, than anything that we've played. I think it's fantastic. I do not understand the turd attitudes about 5.5. And now that the new SRD and Creative Commons dropped, I mean, the ante from Wizards got pumped so high, that whole thing now can please just go silent. I never want to hear about how you almost tripped on the curb, which is all that happened with the OGL. We almost stubbed our toe. But you didn't. So anyway, good on you, Wizards, for the crazy new license update. So dope. And I hope everybody sees that for what it is and just keeps making awesome stuff, because that's what we want. We don't want to argue about legal stuff. And frankly, I don't want to talk about like financials, like corporate news about your favorite publisher. I don't want it. Thank you very much, sir. Please do not put that in my beans. But what I do want to see is more dope stuff like Broadsword that DM Dave did back in the 5e kind of height. I still think that he killed the game on that. Broadsword still stands head and shoulders, I think, with the quality and readability and usability of those adventures. I get Broadsword whenever I can. It's not that easy to get. There's just such a sea. Oh, man, you want to talk about hard to get? We got a couple copies of Silent Titans. Super excited about that. What an amazing book. And, it's a privilege of working here in the shop is that you really do get to see a ton of material. Maybe don't get to read and play in depth everything that you would like to, but man, do you get to scan the horizon quite a bit. So all my stuff is trucking along. My main group is mostly orcs, completely by accident. Because, we have a rule that when there's a death in the party, you body jump into the nearest viable intelligent being as the next character, right? You can't body jump into like a Bernese mountain dog or a squid or something. It has to be a sort of playable humanoid character. You body jump into them and that becomes your character. You need to roll it up and become them. And just through that process and through a little bit of luck, we've wound up with an almost all orc party. So I know there's some consternation, like there's no orcs in the new monster manual. Use the toughs. The toughs are better orcs than orcs used to be. And orcs are people too. I mean, in our campaign, orcs are people too. We actually have a phrase which is all orcs are free. The orc cultures in our world kind of see human culture as like overly civilized, a bit like a Conan milieu, if you will. So orcs say, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to tell you to do, I'm not going to impinge on you in any way, but all orcs are free. We live free. We make our own choices. And we see orcs as cool and awesome. I don't think this is a loss to our hobby. So if you're hearing voices that want to package orcs being made into a diverse and awesome sort of tribal Klingon-like society, if somehow that's bad, and you'd rather just have these things like drooling black mud and be these kind of, you know, one-dimensional, kill 'em all, you know, traffic cones of the fantasy world, I mean, that's to me that it's so much cooler to have this diverse culture than it is just to hang on a second. Yeah, I'm YouTubing, but I'll be open in like 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry. Okay, there's my reality check. That's what's happening. Like right at 11 o'clock sharp, people show up and they want some D&D. So if you guys got any Q&A, I got like 10 minutes to bang out some Q&A, and then I got to open this shop. We got to put the music on. The people need their D&D. They want to get in here. So what's up? Anybody got some good ones? We get 2 or 3 juicy questions, and I got to run. That's the reality talking right there. I'm like, I even gave the 10 minutes sign, and this person just like, tuk, 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 what's going on? That is the reality of the Runehammer shop. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But yeah, there, you're pretty much caught up. I started going off on a tangent about orcs because we freaking love them. But that's it. Anybody got a juicy one? Or does that answer all questions? It probably answers all questions. Nobody's curious about this stuff anymore. I've been on YouTube so stinking long. Everybody knows the name of my dog, like where I live, my middle name. You mentioned Magic the Gathering. What colors do you like best? I don't really like anything because I'm not educated. I'm currently playing Plains Mountains combo. It's a pre-con Karlov deck. Mainly focuses on turtling and goading. Really fun. Kind of a Destro, you know, like how Destro played both sides on G.I. Joe. That's kind of what my deck is like. So I've even got the right commander so that he's kind of like a Destro type character. So I play that Destro sort of role. Yeah, I got to open up here just as a second. Statement. Oh, yeah, of course. Our hobby's going to rock the hell on. I mean, this is a testament to that right away, right? I can't even open half an hour late and just chill on YouTube. Like, they are here at 11 o'clock sharp. That's crazy, man. I'm telling you. But that is most of the catch-up. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm still here. I'm still trucking. All the games are cruising along. We're on the last of the socks. Who would have thought? This stuff is so random and crazy. The Dragon's Fang is still with me. It is well, and it is still gleaming and sharp. Not really. Oh, here's another one. When campaigns are organized through your store, do you primarily handle open table games or static party games? I'm not sure I know what either of those things are. We schedule events, a handful of them, about a half dozen of them every month, and people can ticket in. But then also we have a community of people who just rent the Octagon and go in there and disappear. We don't even know what they're doing. So they're just their own self-generated campaigns. Honestly, in the beginning, I did a little more of just like, I'll host everything. We'll GM everything, just pay to jump in. And it was not my favorite. I think it's a little too much of like D&D as a service, and it didn't really fit our vibe. So we've learned a lot more to like cultivate groups that can become and embody D&D on their own rather than just sort of paying to be sort of spoon-fed D&D, if that makes any sense. All right, one more question, and I got to get out of here. Yeah, static. I don't know what an static party. I guess you mean like it's a fixed group of people. Fixed group of people. That is definitely more frequent. The open, as you call open games, are like our ticketed ones. So you kind of never know who's going to show up. But I got to be completely honest. Our community is small enough, maybe like a few hundred sort of diehard people, that you see the same people again and again, whether it be at our war game table or in like our Strahd group or something. You wind up just kind of being with the homies. So I think that's good. That was kind of accidental, but it's kind of awesome. All right. This lady has got her coffee and I have got to run. I don't know why there would be news on Index Card RPG. It continues to rock along. It just is what it is. There is no news there. I do have a new book in the works, but it's too soon for me to announce anything about it. It's not an ICRPG book. It's far stranger than that. So I will announce that sometime this year. And then, of course, Scattered Isles, which I've talked about on Discord, is well underway. We've got a manuscript and still working with Richard Witters on Ruttigers, also known as Witchcog. So one of the great legends of D&D is doing his own homebrew book, and I get to be a part of it. So anyway, you guys, I got to get out of here. Catching up with Runehammer. You have done it. Next week, I will make sure to get in a bit earlier so we can chill for a minute. Or we might even do like a beer afternoon on YouTube because I'll have more help in the shop. Until next time, keep it real, don't steal. You guys are dope. I'm out this piece. I'm out this piece. I am out of this piece.